Live at the desk, man. How am I sounding? My mic sounds nice. Check one. Been grinding, man. You heard? Been grinding. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on the behind the source views. Maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes. This ain't gonna be the live stream over there. This ain't gonna be the live stream for that one. All right, top of the afternoon, y'all. Top of the afternoon. I've been here a little, I think a little over an hour and a half, but all I was doing, I was putting out a lot of the content. I was kind of on the fence. I was like, should I go live or shouldn't I go live? Well, I'll go live for a little bit. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on, depending on the energy in the room or the stream, right? Because I already did a fire live stream this morning. Now, you see, this is some of the stuff that I was initially doing. I was editing a lot of the clips and putting stuff out from last night's sparring, right, which was rather good, right? And then I put out a quick little bit of literature on copycats, because I think that is like the nastiest thing, and especially in the boxing community. These guys that don't acknowledge your content, right? There's too many of them in the field with this shit. Yeah, but that's how you acknowledge it. When you attempt to copy and emulate move for move things that other people do that you claim you do not watch and you're not a fan of, you turn into what I always consider y'all to be, jealous crows, man. Right? Jealous crows. You become a jealous crow. But that's what we was doing yesterday. Smash the like button, man. Y'all are up in here. Smash the like button. I want to go right here. Man, didn't I tell you this guy was going to run it up? This guy is running it up. No gimmicks right now. Shoo Shoo Carrington is on fire. And the reason why he's on fire, it's his time. But more importantly, he got a good team. I watch these guys, man, from the amateurs to the pros. They have a good team, man. And a lot of times when everybody on the team is moving and grooving and nobody's trying to outshine the other person, this is what happens. This is what happens. A star is born. I watch too many teams, right? I watch too many teams get infiltrated. I watch too many teams. People don't know their roles. Too many teams. Guys want to get in your lane. No, when your team is a functioning car, somebody's the steering wheel, Somebody is the brakes, somebody is the gas, engine. You're gonna move how Shoo Shoo Carrington is moving right now. Gumbo, what up? War Eagle in the building. Nah, they not hating Gumbo. We taking off, man. Let's continue to keep throwing the what's the name? The War Eagle emojis. They not hating. It's too many of them trying to copy what I do, man. They my sons. They are my sons. What up? Yes, salute, man. Put your War Eagles in the comments. But yeah, Shoo Shoo's a star now, y'all. Shoo Shoo's a star. The rest of y'all gonna have to start getting y'all gimmicks up. Look at them. Look at Fame. They used to say I used to look like Fame. That's Fame in the back. Shoo Shoo walked out with MOP, Brownsville, Brooklyn's own. He's an immortal now. I know his brother. You see on his fitted he had Forever Ike. That is his brother that was murdered. That was murdered. But he carries his brother with him, and I know his brother's with the ancestors looking down like, damn, my brother is shining. Yes, you are. He is shining big time. Now, if you're on the page, we had some sparring take off yesterday. Wu Tang forever, man. Salute. Sue. Put your Eagles in the comments and smash the like button over there behind the scenes, man. If you want to, you can pull up over here too. Pull a chair up over here, man. Come over here. Check us out over here too. See? 3 and 3. We can have a 3 on 3. But hit the like button over here though, man. Likes are free, man. Get us rocking and rolling. Um, but yeah, Shoe's a star, man. Shout out to him, man. Super proud of that guy, man. Now the reason why I didn't play the audio on that because it got music. It got music, but he's everywhere. There goes Fame, MOP. Look at man, there goes my other guy. That was Abdullah's dad right there. You seen that? That's Abdullah's dad, man. Another champion father. Ooh, man. Brownsville, there it is. Brownsville in the building. Now this was the sparring yesterday. I don't think this has music on it, right? Oh, it does. All right, so I'm gonna stop it, right? Shout out to Geo the Juggernaut. Geo the Juggernaut got some work with Amani and Broadway. They all three spoiled one another, like a round robin at the end. But great work, man. Great to see Geo always pulling up. I gave him that name, the Juggernaut. Geo's a tough fighter. He comes forward. He gets busy. He gets busy. Great work, too. Because I like Geo working with Amani. And if you was watching, uh, if you wasn't in the bushes and you was watching, he's great work because a fighter like a Geo that comes forward. And look, I'm gonna give out some free gems today because it's Friday and I'm feeling good. And if you watch the content, you already know Source is that guy, man, right? Pop my own collar, right? A fighter like Geo, you're gonna have to put your jab on him. And that's why that is good work for Amani. And because you have to work your jab. Because a guy like him is gonna keep coming forward. What will deter that? A good jab. Stiff jab, pop, pop, right? Either side. Good jab. Put that whip on him. Pop, pop. Keep that whip on him, right? Amani did good last night. He did real good. They both did. Because Gio was still trying to bring that hammer. And that's why I like him too, because Amani would see a couple of Amani tendencies, Gio was good to break those for him because he likes to play the ropes, rest on the ropes. No, you don't rest on the ropes, man. But Amani is learning. He's coming along. He's looking real good. They all look good, even Broadway. Broadway the brawler. Broadway's my guy. I told Broadway last night if he was watching the sparring, I said, yo, Broadway, you a brawler. You can't play the finesse game. You got to make it ugly. See, when fighters know their tools in their toolbox, that's what you got to do. If you're not a finesse guy, right, you got to make the fight ugly. You gotta make it ugly, gritty. That's what Broadway does. Broadway's a brawler, man. But hey, what do I know? Content though, y'all. This is content. Right? There they go again. Shout out to the guys, man. That's him and Amani. I was in my buddy McGirt shit. Now this right here, I gotta play this. This is yo. This is Eddie House breaking it down, right? Eddie House is gonna break it down how he got buckets dropped on him. Listen to this.
9 minutes. Everybody gave me like 16 like this. I mean, it was whop, whop, whop. That's what it sounded like when the fucking hit the net. It'd be like, whop. That was a welcome to the league moment for me. Dell Seven Class is one of the best shooters I've ever seen. Bill Curry, one of the best shooters, you know, and actually he produced something that was better than him.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Let's stop that. Right? Did y'all catch that? That's God, man. That's God, right? Del Curry, the father of Steph, and I'm drawing a blank right now. Seth Curry, right? Both his sons could shoot, but Steph Curry arguably is the man, the greatest shooter ever. He has the 3-point record, all these records, right? His father was a sharpshooter, lethal, and his son is even better than him. You know who I get that vibe from? But it's still early. But he's writing his chapter. And I watched this guy in high school, right? Because remember, before I was big with the boxing, I was the UGK with the basketball. Real talk. If you know, you know, man. But the jealous fans know, that's why they jealous, right? Cayenne. I see a lot of that with Carmelo's son. Will he be as good as his father? Is yet to, succumb. But I see that already. But Del Curry, son, especially Steph Curry, beast, beast mode, y'all.
Broke down. We all knew we had to find Dell because he could get a shot off against anybody. You were like,
Yeah, watch the dunk right here. Look at the dunk.
here,
Uh,
Charlotte.
okay, go up top.
Just kind of going to be your thing, your family thing. I did. I knew that from college. I knew that was what was going to keep me in the league. But I
Uh,
always worked on that and tried to perfect it each and every year
swap.
because that was my bread and
Look,
butter. And I
swap. That was his bread and butter. Look,
I didn't want to let them down because they worked
swap.
hard in money to come see me make shots. I wanted to make as many as I can.
Man, yeah, he was. He said he was in the game for like 8 minutes. Yeah, that's hard. He said he was in the game for 8 minutes, and and the OG Del Curry lit him up for 16. Swap, swap. Yeah, swap, swap, swap. Del Curry was a shooter, man. He was a shooter. Yo, but the thing about the NBA, basically everybody can shoot, but it's just levels. It's levels. He was one of those guys, but to see his son become what he has become, legendary, y'all. Gumbo, Bruce Gas, what's going on, guys? How are y'all feeling, man? Happy Friday. Gumbo, how was that Lafayette, Louisiana weather? I know you touched down, good brother. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Smash the like button on the behind the scenes, man. Get them Eagles up, man. Look, you guys got to get the Eagles up over here, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the behind the views. There we go. Get those likes up, man. Get those likes up. Smash the like button. He said, "What? Are you Little John? Rest in peace to Little John's son. Are you in Mobile? You in Alabama? You making it? You getting there? Gumbo taking his time. You should have been home already, big dog. You should have been home, but Gumbo's taking his time, man. He's coming around. Whap, whap, right? Gumbo is coming around. All right, we're gonna pull the behind the views up, man. Let's pull the behind the views up, man, real quick. All right, we can multitask over here, yeah. We pull the behind the views up. Smash that like button, man. You said Wu Tang. Here's the behind the views. That way I can play two screens at once, right? Yo, I handle my business today already, y'all. That's why I'm here. I'm getting the stream out right now. I'm gonna tell these guys over here, put the War Eagles in the comments. Right? We need the War Eagles in the comments. Put the War Eagles in the comments over here. There he is. Look. War Eagles in the comments. These are the comments right here. You see that? Throw your War Eagles in the comments, man. Across the board. We do the Eagles over here. War Eagles. War Eagles. War Eagles. Throw the War Eagles up. Oh, you had to deliver Walmart. Okay. All right. Look, they're not letting me look. They getting upset, man. They see in the chat is live. I tried to right. I'm in Mobile. Uh, damn. Why is it? Look. All right. Let me close some of these. I'll close that one. All right. There we go. Gumbo said YouTube is hating. They are hating. Look, they trying to freeze up my live stream, man. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. I'm trying to highlight his comment. There we go. Y'all hear me? How's the audio sounding, y'all? Let me know. How's the audio sounding, man? I can't really hear. I don't got on no headphones. Now Crawford is a drug cheat. Oh man, yo, Gumbo, I listen. I don't pay attention to those guys, man. Respectfully, right? You see, I was in here editing up my footage. I'm in the gym, fighter development over here, right? And when I do watch content, I watch like um, a lot of the eating stuff now, right? Thank you. He said sounds good. I watch a lot of the eating stuff. So Crawford is a drug cheat. What I was watching with the boxing is I see Xander. I was watching the boxing with. I see Xander got at Devin. Said that he's a clown, a crybaby and a clown. Mmm, a crybaby and a clown. So I think Bill's gonna get on that, right? What else did I have I seen about? Oh, I'm gonna put out some of my Gary Antoine Russell. Matter of fact, let's look at that right now. Look. Yo, see, I was just waiting for it to get real hot and spicy, right? Look, I have Gary Antoine Russell in my catalog. A lot of y'all, look, I wait for the guys that start riding waves. Yo, y'all niggas really with this YouTube are some real live wave riders, right? You guys ride fighters waves. I've been a part of the waves, right? Look, I'm gonna remix this up today. Look at my catalog. This is only for my members only. Look at the catalog. 4 years ago, 6 years ago. Look at Edgar Berlanga 6 years ago, Raquel Miller. Y'all seeing this? Y'all watching this? Classic. Antonio Russell. So Cold. Burl Mac. Big Bo Mac. Look at Earl Spence. Young Keyshawn Davis. Young Shakur Stevenson. Antoine Russell. Gary Allen Russell. Cool Boy. Keith Thurman. Tony Harrison. Earl Spence again. Derek Lames. Yes, that's Derek Lames. That's what I call him. Young Teofimo Lopez. Rest in peace, Patrick Day. Calvin Ford. My cousin, Roy Jones. Nassim Richardson, Demetrius Andre, Patrick Day, the original Jack Talk podcast, young Richard Hitchens, he's a world champion now. The Earl Spence meet and greet at the Barclays. Come on, man. It's only for my members though. But here it is, the Dawn, Gary Antoine Russell. All right, the Dawn. See, I'm watching a lot of you guys now on his body. Right? You guys are on his body. But if you was really fans, if you was really fans, you would have noticed I interviewed him many moons, eons ago, and he said that this was going to be his play. When he started to see these guys try to exit the Pride Land, he was going to take over. And that's what he did. Let's watch this interview. This is my content, so I can play it. It's my content, man.
Fitness, you see who I got with me. The last one, Polo, man. Gary Antoine Russell, man. This is my guy, man. He's up tomorrow night at the Barclays. First off, welcome to Brooklyn, man. It's an honor to have you, King. I just like I said, man, we've been following you forever since the Olympics. The amateurs. You finally coming into what it is, your reign. Like I said,
Your reign.
personally, I believe you was the prospect of the year, but we ain't gonna touch on that.
See that? Look, I've been the marketing genius.
Touch on this describe your style, man. You come from a fighting family, real gritty. You the biggest younger brother, but you the big one, man. Let's describe your style real quick.
Sauce gems right here, man. Smash the like button.
Style, I try to perfect the Marcus Kingsbury of the sport.
Hit and not get hit.
Think you're grabbing enough for the youth to grab more today and be inspired by it. Because I don't want the sport of boxing to take a downhill fall.
Yo, let me stop it. Relax and take notes. A lot of you guys is online, clicking up, talking about this man. I been told you what was coming. I've been told y'all what was coming. See, stamps, receipts never get old. What does get old is you niggas acting like you don't know who I am, but attempting to copy. That's why I called you guys my sons, my ungrateful sons, because all you do is copy. My brother called me the other day and was talking about a scumbag. And I was like, yo, that guy is dirty. That's why he's never going to be blessed. Because he tries to steal. And then he's so foul. And he tries to throw dirt on people's names behind their back. You will never grow like that, especially when you try to throw dirt on divine, royalty, righteous, and honor. You will never succeed, you scumbag.
Not only cultural thing, just the sport, but the sport alone brings out a lot of personality in all people. Yeah, no matter what nationality you are, it's the road that you gotta pave. It brings forth a different demeanor, brings forth a different energy, brings forth a different hunger and desire that you have to have to even pave that road. Definitely. So all fighters that step in that street, I know that they can relate to what I'm saying. And I'm just trying to prick the minds of the youth and the ones that's still going on now today that's pricking minds. Definitely. True leadership right here.
Now, let me stop it. I remember around this time, I remember this brother gave me some encouraging words. Because this was around the time where I knew back then I was one of the hottest dudes doing the media thing. But yet the PBC would never give me credentials. Right? And I found out why. Messing around with Earl and them after a while, right? They was never for me. They always was trying to sabotage me, right? But you can never sabotage God's what's in it. But I remember it was on this particular day, uh, right before this interview, he told me something that it stuck with me still to this day, and that's why a lot of y'all probably don't like me because I'm be popping it. But I remember Polo telling me after he seen me rest in peace to his dad. I was talking to Uncle Gary, Big G. I wanted to interview Big G, and he was like, nah, Big G always used to want me to interview the sons. He was like, nah, interview my sons. And then me and what's his name did it. He said, yo, nah, King, you doing it, man. And he told me I was doing it, right? Because I was like, they wanted to know if I had credentials. I was like, nah, I'll be at the fight, I'll be there tomorrow. But I was like, nah, these people always deny me access. But look, you see how I was still getting to work, right? See, when you get credentials, for those of y'all that don't know, it's easy to get interviews because when you have credentials, the fighters have to interview with you, especially how the PBC rolls, right? Have you ever noticed the PBC content when Fred and Blue and all these guys, Ego, they all used to have the same content because the PBC's formula, and a lot of these guys now, they all use it, was to make it seem like it was paparazzi. All the media be in a segment in a hallway where the fighters come through at. Now, if you ever notice this formula, right, it always looks like the media guys are following the guys with their phones out, this or I never wanted to be a part of that. And God always knew that. He knew my brand was bigger than that. That's probably why he never put me into that. Cause I'm like, that shit is fake, it's gimmicky, it's nothing original about that. And look, that's why the PBC's brand is where it's at, because they was always catering to that style, and then they was getting the guys with the fake views and the bots. That's what they was running instead of being like this a hunter, right? You see where this is at? This is at the hotel. I used to go to the hotels and kick it, right? A lot of you guys try to attempt to copy that now. Been there, done that, man, right? But this was a fire interview. And I'm gonna ask him in this interview. It's about a 9-minute interview too. I'm gonna ask him, when do you plan on taking over? Cause I'm looking at content now. I'm watching a lot of the Crows. Cause he's hot right now. And I'm gonna say something about him and Shakur. I know a lot, right? The reason why he's so comfortable in calling out Shakur and saying Shakur won't fight him. They know what's up, right? I think the people that's moving and grooving, they will keep him away from Shakur. But we'll get to that. But he's gonna say something when he was gonna take over.
was trying to give back, as much as I could and lead by example. Yeah, definitely. Let all your fans know you a fighter, right? You guys go through a grueling training camp. After you make weight, man, what's the first thing you like to eat? Because fighters be dry, they be thirsty, they want to eat. What's the first thing you like to eat? The first thing I like to eat, I wouldn't even want to eat, to be honest. I like to hydrate. Okay. I would drink some water, some Pedialyte. There you go. That's gonna go to your muscles first and fast. Okay, listen to the knowledge. Your body low on weight. It's eating itself. Yeah, listen to the knowledge right here. This is real knowledge. From your body, it's not coming from your brain. Yeah. And if you know anything about this sport, this profession, that this sport is 90% mental. Yeah. The rest is physical. Yeah. A lot of times you come across a scenario or a case where it's though hard work beats talent. Yeah. People naturally got the gift to be great in this sport. But that just don't fly all the time. You got some smart thinkers, you got some hard work. Yeah. But when it comes down to weighing the outcome of things, the main two keystones of this sport is either who's the best thinker or who's the hardest worker. Hardest worker. Right. So y'all gotta be wise about that. You gotta be mentally ready and physically. Right. And definitely more mentally. That's win the fight before you even go in there. Hey, you see how sharp this brother is? This brother is real sharp. That's true. This brother is real sharp. I want to prick the brains of the youth and the ones that's pricking minds. I want to get back like they did. Now,
let me start with one of my favorite interviews, man, because if you don't know the history about him a little bit, I believe he was the valedictorian of his class. Very smart. And one thing about me, and I'm not gonna shit on no dumb fighters, but there are some dumb fighters that I have interviewed. It's very stale. You just don't, because they're dumb, very remedial, but they could fight. But this brother, if you didn't know he was a boxer fighter, you wouldn't think it, because he's very, very intelligent, and it's always a great conversation with him. Nothing Neanderthal about him, as you can see right here. How's the content looking? Y'all smash the like button, likes are free. See, a lot of y'all exited out, man. As y'all should, man. Y'all are crows, man. This is War Eagle content. War Eagle development. Crows go to the bushes.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been inspired if it wasn't someone before me doing it. Yeah. So I take my hats off to the leaders that's out there. Yeah. And the ones that's following like how they're supposed to. I take my hats off to y'all as well. Yeah, that one. Thank y'all. Because y'all inspire me to keep going. Yeah. So I think that you touched on the inspiration, like, Thurman is headlining them all. You got EJ, you got Crawford. The next generation's coming up with you, Richard Hitchison.
Look, this is the gem right here.
You
Look,
guys are gonna be the next three kings.
the next three kings, and they're the kings now.
You see you guys taking over the round.
Look,
I mean, if you pay attention to the dynamics of the sport, you gotta look at the elders first. Yeah. Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spencer. When they